Everyone, it's Char from Char's Fascination. Too much light going on, but I need that. Mannequin, yes, has two brassieres on for a reason. I needed some padding under one, but need to keep this one like that, or I can switch them around. Now, you might be wondering why. Well, I'll show you the why momentarily. Now, there's two different kinds of measuring tape for the body. I don't know where my pink one went, so bear with me. This is my spare one. Glad to have it. And then there's this kind, which is basically made, as we all know, this is not made for measuring your body. It's good for tools. It's good for measuring height and distance. So I have this at exactly 5'3", which is not my height. I am 5'8". Now, if you're wondering why I have mannequin at exactly 5'3" tall, is because that is the bride's height. Oh wait, just that on there? Jessica. From Just Jessica. Leave a link in the description box below. Now, like I said, I have the option of switching up the bra for a different thing. So her bust measurement is none of your business. But how I have this on here actually is her exact bust measurement. So because I put one brassiere under the other, even though one of these things is not like the other, we have to fill in and make it work. Now, here's the good part. Other than almost pain-free today, that's even better. Almost. So, what are we gonna do? Oh my gosh, this is clean. This is clean too. They're both clean. They've been washed, yes. Isn't that lovely? Isn't she lovely? And we got to, this is the straight up and down is the actual cut of the grain. But even though this is going to be here, right? This is going to be here. Now what we're going to do is go for a classic Hollywood design. I wanted to do a video today to show you how we are going to design her out, going with a classic Hollywood design. So will she come across like this? Could be, but then also remember, I happen to have a pattern that is so close in the bodice design. Don't get me wrong, I love designing. I really do. That's why this says Char's Fascination on it, because this is my design, right? And yes, I put scallops at the bottom because at the bottom of this dress, my friends, is going to be the scallops of the lace. So at the bottom of this will be, like you see right here, the bottom of the lace. So this is just a video to show you the beginning of making this dress. I have my fabric clips ready? Absolutely. They're right here. Did I vacuum the floor yet? No. No, that is next. If you've been with my channel long enough, you know that I vacuum before and I clean under my desk. I clean under my desk and I vacuum before I start cutting and creating. And I know you guys haven't seen Manny Quinn, brought down to the bare wares. And such a very long time since I purchased, right? So I wanted to let you guys know what am I gonna do for backup in case I need to incorporate. It's a design that you've seen me do before for a blue dress. What I don't have to do is the sweeping neckline unless the bride wants that. No, I do not have to do that, which means I just take the upper part of the bodice, which I can show you, or just redo the upper part of the bodice on this particular pattern. And if you seriously want to know, yes, indeed, I happen to have some tracing paper that I can use for this. Oh, that's Vogue 1671. What the hell's that doing there? That don't belong there. No, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing, y'all. What we are looking for is the McCall's 7003, which I'm hoping is here. Like, this is the bodice to that. This is the McCall's 7003. I believe this is the back, bodice back, which bodice back for what I will be doing, this will actually be the exact bodice back. So we will leave that part out because that's the exact. Also, McCall's neck facing, we don't need this part. This part we do not need. So, this is a whole other, like, I swear y'all, like, I have this in there correctly. But there seems to be weird floaty pieces of stuff in the wrong envelopes. That's a conundrum by itself. 7003. Here we go. Now, this is how I like to keep most of my pattern pieces are folded. I like to keep them folded together, much like this. Although this right here could slip back into that sleeve, right, you would think. But the sleeve is very fragile. As you may see, this is very fragile. So these are ones that you need to be extra careful with. So what I do is I take an acid-free Ziploc. Now a lot of people are like, don't do that, that will ruin that. Take your acid-free Ziploc, which, by the way, will not hurt your pattern. And if you have specific patterns that you want to have in there, write them on the bag. That's what I do. I also need to look for McCall's 5186 and put her back in with McCall's 7003, which is the one that we will be working with. So the only piece I will not need out of that It's the extra neck piece. Why? Because that's what makes that bodice piece that we want. Without using that, a lot of people don't think ahead. Think ahead, my friends. So make things happen. I know that was a whole Star Trek joke, right? So make things happen. So we shall. So we shall. So what I'm going to do here is first I'm going to move the lace out of my way. My friend Rob, he was oh so sweet to take it down and wash it for me because of my back pain and my leg pain. I'm telling you, he is such a sweetie that he did not want me walking downstairs. And don't forget, this does come with a belt. You can make a belt. You don't have to make a belt. You have a pattern piece. Making a belt. You absolutely do. And then you have, let's see, that's the waistline stay. Okay. Not a lot of people know how to use the waistline stay. I don't always use that. Quite frankly, I don't. Just don't hate me for that. Don't hate me for that. So, this is a bodice. This is the front bodice. So what I basically do, okay, you see this part right here, how I have that folded down. So basically what we will do over here, I will show you now. Over here, don't hate me for this. Don't hate me for this. So what I would typically do is just very gingerly say, okay, that's where my piece needs to be. We will actually take it to here, right? A lot of people don't pay attention to those lines on there. So, you can use this as a marking, right? So we're going to end up using this as our marking, which is sewing weight here, even though this says sewing weight. I'm not worried about that. It's the weight of where do I really want you? Or even use the arrow that's right here. See that? Use that as you would for the pattern that I have drawn out. Okay? And then what you're going to do is I'm just showing you how you could do this. Okay? Because we will end up needing this, the darts. We will end up needing the darts in this. That is a very key thing. So remember that. We can use this because that's going to come out where I need it. And then what I'm going to do is very gingerly with this pattern. Remember, we have to cherish and love our old patterns. Okay, so what we are going to do is keep this as a drop shoulder piece. So we will have this here, and this is going to be where we can angle it and use it as our drop shoulder piece. Okay, so we have that. Like I said, this is not going to be a long video today. Not a super long video. I have to go check on dinner. That's part of the reason why. So now that we've held that up to that, we pretty much get a general idea of what we want to do with this. Okay, now the reason that I'm going to leave the back bodice piece pretty much the way it is, except for we're going to shorten it so it matches up really good with our front bodice and how we will adjust, which means that's when I get to take that paper out, lay it on here oh so very carefully, okay, oh so very carefully. Very. And here's our skirt back and our skirt front that we will be using for this pattern. Okay, now we have two different skirt patterns that we could use, but I'm going to use the more classic, how can I say this, Breakfast at Tiffany's pattern. Okay. Ooh, I smell dinner. It smells good. So, just so you know, this is what we will be working on this week. Wait for my pattern for the bodice to come up for this. Will the brassieres be left on there? Absolutely. They need to be for a purpose. So when I do my bodice patterning, I will match it with the skirt patterning. And we will have fun with this. So it's not like I'm not actually taking anybody's design. What I'm doing is I am redesigning a design, or just take it as that. I am redesigning a design. And, you know, since it says to be lined is optional, and this, we got two different fabrics that we're working with. I think they're fabulous. This is going to work out. And with that said, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. I've got to go check that yummy smelling dinner, which is a roast with potatoes. Farm fresh potatoes. We're so lucky to get a hold of some farm fresh potatoes. I'm also waiting for my doctor's office to call me back because, you know, she did a whoopsies. You may have done a call out of text. Yeah, like, honey, if I answer the phone, if I call you back, right? It's all good. I'm glad to just be alive and be, you know, like, that's my outtake on life. I'm alive. And, you know, life isn't always what we want, but we got to make good out of any situation. And with that said, I will see you in the next one for some sewing with Char. And I will be sitting through most of the process because I am having pain difficulties, but that never stops me. All right, see you later. Bye.